Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a really exciting video. As soon as I saw this product launch, I knew I needed to do this video. I was so excited for it because honestly, e.l.f. is that brand, okay? Like, they are my favorite. I love them so much. So they recently launched the Camo CC cream. So this is what it looks like. This is the packaging, really cute, like holographic packaging, like on just like the cardboard, which is whatever. I like that it's also cardboard and not like plastic packaging because you can just like recycle this. So I saw this, and it's technically not available I think until the first or so of the year of next year in stores, but I went ahead to e.l.f.'s website and I just ordered it online. If you're interested in getting it right now, this retails for $14, and I actually am a student, so I signed up through like Student Beans or something like that. Like, anyway, at the top of at the top of e.l.f.'s website, they have this thing where you can like basically use a student discount. It gives you 15% off. So I used 15% off, and when I did that the first time, I also made an account with e.l.f. and I got reward points, and so this only came out to like literally, I think I want to say like $8. So it's $14 normally, and e.l.f. is also doing free shipping right now for the holidays. So if you get it before like I think the end of December, you can get free shipping on your foundation, which is great. So this is the Camo CC cream. This is a color correcting and a full coverage foundation. So the claims on this are really incredible. I was just honestly floored when I saw it. So I love the packaging for starters. I love that it's a squeezy tube with a pump. I think that is amazing. It's super travel friendly. It has collagen, peptides, and niacinamide, and it also has an SPF of 30, which is, again, phenomenal. And it also has a natural finish. I have mine in the shade Light 240W, which is like for warm. So I was debating on this one and another one, and I actually think I chose the right shade simply because right now I'm really pale, and I think that I can, if I really like this foundation, I'll probably will get the darker one for the summer. But also what I normally do is just have like one foundation that mixes well with everything else to just kind of mix into foundations that I love. So I'll get like my regular shade in every foundation, like my pale shade, and then I'll have like a warmer shade of a different foundation to mix in. So this says apply 1 to 2 pumps of the CC cream to clean skin using our e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. So I actually didn't pick up the brush for 2 reasons. One, I think that a foundation should work phenomenally with whatever you're applying it with, right? So like if you're applying it with a brush, that's great, it should work with a brush. And if you're applying it with a sponge, it should work great with a sponge. So right here I have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill like foundation brush that came in her kit, and then I also have the e.l.f. Total Complexion Sponge. I think that's what it's called. So this basically looks like the e.l.f. brush, though it's just double-sided. And so I figured I'll use a brush on this side and a sponge on this side and see what happens and see how we like it. I think I'm gonna like it with a sponge more. I have been liking applying my foundation with brushes simply to get the product on, but like to really like, if I'm gonna sit and do my makeup one day that is like, I want it to be full perfection amazing, I will always go in with a sponge. So I think I'm gonna like it with a sponge more, but we'll see. So for primers, I'm gonna go with my favorite primers. Honestly, they're e.l.f. primers. e.l.f. is honestly killing it in the complexion game. So this is the regular e.l.f. Poreless Putty primer, and it's truly like one of my favorite primers. So I'm just gonna scoop some out. I like to use a little bit more of this rather than like less. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this all over my face. I think that this foundation is going to work really well with the primers that I normally use, but in addition to that, I think that if you already like have primers that you know and love, it's, you know, you're going to want a foundation that like really works well with them. So that's what I'm hoping will happen here. Plus they're e.l.f. products, so I think that they will already like be made to work well with each other. And then next up for primer, I'm going to go with the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. Again, one of my staples. You can tell how much I love it. Honestly, these have exactly the same like packaging, just it looks a little different like in color wise, but it literally looks the exact same, the cap, everything, which is nice because I love this packaging. And so this is their Jelly Pop Dew Primer, like I said. It was limited edition, but they actually brought it back to their website, so it's still available right now. This honestly has sold out so many times on e.l.f.'s website because basically it's a dupe for the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. It's like such a beautiful, long-lasting primer. It's so amazing. I absolutely love it. Like, cannot get enough of it. Okay, so now that my primers are on, I'm going to let that sink into my skin a little bit, and we're going to jump in with this. Like I said, I have the shade Light 240W. We're going to jump right in. So like I said, on this side, we're going to go with a brush. I'm going to start with that side, and I'm just going to pump it onto the brush. So actually one like pump seems like a lot, and it looks pretty light, but I think that's honestly like realistic. Like, I'm pretty pale right now. Oh, that is some coverage. I'm excited. Okay, so that was good. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my brush so that I can, like, just like maybe a quarter of what a pump should be, so that I can do my forehead. So I know that people generally say that with a brush you get more coverage. I don't normally see that to be true for myself because I find that a brush leaves streaks and just looks like not as perfect on my skin, and so I feel like I have to go over a bunch and then that ends up picking up product. But honestly, this blended really nice with a brush. This is one of the foundations that I like have in my collection that I think actually works really beautifully with a brush, because holy cow, that was pretty easy. Like, there are still areas there that I feel like need a little bit more perfecting, and I could definitely go with a sponge to like touch up, but for the most part I think that looks amazing. So on the other side I'm going to go in with a sponge. This is an e.l.f. sponge, so it should work beautifully with their own product, you know. You see, like, just right here, this side looks already, like, just where I blended this part out, it looks like it has more coverage. And I personally don't feel like the sponges that I use and have soak up a lot of product. Okay, so pretty much as I expected, I love the way that this side of my face is looking. I really do, for some reason. Just, I disagree that a brush gives you more coverage. This side just looks like it has way more coverage to me. Almost like here, it looks more skin-like, less transparent, and you can actually tell that this side of my face looks paler because the product is more intense. So that's like the one like thing I have to say about that. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of like perfect what else I got going on over here. Plus, like I said, with a brush, I normally always go back in with a sponge and try to like just touch up anything that looks spotty. That's it. But yeah, you can tell, I mean, at least I can tell in the viewfinder that this, for sure, this side has a lot more coverage. So we'll see how it looks. Honestly, right now I'm really impressed. I think it blended really easily, really beautifully. It looks super pretty. It's natural. It's not too dewy. I have normal to combination skin, so especially in my nose area I get super oily. And then I get a little bit oily on my chin sometimes, depending on the weather. Right now it's really cold outside and like dry here in Georgia, so I really don't think, you know, that I'm gonna have a lot of issues. But either way, like, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a rundown of like what my skin is normally like. And I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. This one is in the shade Medium Peach. This actually looks a little bit darker. You know, it almost looks like it matches the color of the foundation perfectly. Like I said, normally this is like something that I would wear year round, and right now I'm very, very pale. So I'm also gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo, which is like the matte one. This one's in the shade Light Sand, and it is a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna pop this kind of like on the more center areas of my face to see if I can lighten that up just a tad, so it kind of all blends together nicely. Also, kind of sticking with the e.l.f. theme, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. This is a really natural powder, but at the same time it has like this like luminous to it, like luminosity to it. So I'm gonna use this today because, like I said, it should work with all e.l.f. products, and so we're gonna try it with the e.l.f. products that I have here in front of me. Okay guys, so that actually set so beautifully, like so easily. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup just so that you guys can, like, we can just streamline the process and see what it looks like when it's finished. But honestly, so far I think it looks beautiful. And actually this e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder looked really good on it and like just set everything so nicely. So I'm really excited to see what all of my products look like on top of it, and I'll be right back to show you what that looks like. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I think everything like looks really good. Everything blended super seamlessly. Sometimes I notice that other products don't go super nicely on top of certain foundations or powders or something, but everything worked beautifully together. I mean, beautiful. So everything that I have on my face right now is drugstore or affordable makeup. I don't have anything high-end on my face. The lashes that I currently have on are the Cavalli lashes in the style Scorpio. These are super gorgeous. They have like a really nice flare out effect. I'm gonna be actually reviewing the entire Cavalli lash brand. They sent me so many styles, so once that video is up, I'm still working on it. I will link it down below if you guys are interested in like looking at these lashes and stuff. But for now, I'm just gonna continue to wear this makeup, and I will come back and check back in after I've like eaten and done some stuff and like run some errands or whatever, and let you guys know basically how the foundation wears throughout today, because as of right now, as of this moment, I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I also wanted to mention that even though this foundation is SPF 30, I didn't smell a hint of SPF. Like, it didn't even, like, normally there are SPF foundations that I have and they just like the smell immediately hits you of SPF. Not with this one, which I really, really like because it feels like a regular foundation and it just feels really, really good on the skin and looks beautiful. Actually, I think that this shade, by the way, was like perfect for me, so that's also really exciting. I will be back to check back in with you guys and let you guys know like my continued thoughts on the foundation, but as of right now I'm sold, and normally like once I'm done with my makeup, if our foundation performs nicely, I pretty much know that I'm gonna love it. So as of right now I absolutely love it and I'm super excited, but you never know, so I'll check back in with you guys in about a few hours and see how the makeup is wearing. Okay you guys, so I'm back. It is many hours later. I probably filmed around like 3 or 4 o'clock and it is almost 2 a.m. at this point. So I took a nap shortly after I filmed. I ate, which is why my lip color is gone. I didn't really need to like reapply it because like just being transparent, you know. And I like stayed up and watched The Office and snacked and just like hung out. I was gonna run some errands, but I ended up just staying home, and so there's been a lot of wear, but not exactly like a lot of like mask wearing at all. So there's no like serious breaking up around my nose, although I will say my nose is the area of my face that gets the most oily. I haven't touched up any of my makeup and I can see the oil, but it hasn't broken up on my nose. Like you can tell that it's oily. I'm having a little bit of breaking up right here, but I did have to use a tissue because my nose was a little bit runny, and so like right down here it broke up like a smidge, but you can't really tell. Strangely enough, the one thing that happened to break up a little bit was the concealer, and I think it was actually because of the powder, and also because when I was applying my makeup underneath my eyes, I used a brush that was kind of harsh, and so it like took off some of that product already then. So I see like a little bit of breaking up here and just like random stuff, but like the foundation overall I think is done really, really well. There's like a little bit of creasing here, but honestly it's not as much as normal. Like normally I crease a lot more around my mouth, and yeah, honestly it looks really good. And I'm surprised, like I took a nap on this half of my face. Like I was trying to be careful, don't get me wrong. I slept for maybe like 30 to 40 minutes. I think I would have expected a lot more like breaking up, or just like it to not look as good as it does, I guess, but it looks fine honestly. So it's been quite a few hours and I'm still very impressed, and I truly think that this is going to be like a staple foundation for me. I think you guys will see it in a lot of my new videos. I really like it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye loves!